Part 47. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 461. He, Li Bai, why do you think we will help you? Don't forget, as early as the Taishu era, our only acquired originator was killed by you, and you also split the boundless sea into countless pieces with one sword. Do you know how much pain we have endured in the countless years since then? Now, with your casual words, let us be the pawns for the immortal realm to resist the nine heavens. We are not strong, but we are not fools. Accompanied by the old man's words, the true identity of the boundless sea finally surfaced. That's right, the boundless sea is the real boundless sea, without boundaries. It is the first sea area formed when Taishu was opened up. Strictly speaking, the boundless sea is the Gigzu Sea of countless origin realms, the ancestor of all seas. However, later due to some special reasons, it became the boundless sea bordering the immortal realm today. You have no reason to refuse. If Jushin really returns, do you think you can really be alone? Don't forget, Jushin has sown a lot of seeds in the boundless sea. Li Bai said slowly. Go, Li Bai. We won't be used as pawns by you. There is no negotiation on this matter. Yes, we have the same idea. Even if we die in Jushin's hands, we will accept it. But you, Li Bai, obviously have the power to solve it, but you can only stay out of it and witness the destruction of the fairyland with your own eyes. This taste is not good. That's right. That's right. As the old man's words fell, hundreds of figures behind him said in unison. Don't refuse first, take a look at what this is. A strange smile appeared on Li Bai's face, and then he slowly took out a stone, and in an instant, the breath of the primordial wilderness came to his face. After seeing the stone and feeling the aura, everyone in the boundless sea was stunned, with disbelief in their eyes, and then their breathing became rapid. This is Taishu Zhentian stone. Impossible, it was lost long before the war. I can't be wrong, it's definitely Taishu Zhentian stone. Everyone stared at the stone in Li Bai's hand, salivating. This Taishu Zhentian stone was what Li Bai got in the Purple Forest Holy Land in the upper realm, and now it's finally useful. Li Bai, where did you get it from? The old man in the lead said with rapid breathing. Don't worry about this. Do you want it? Li Bai weighed the stone in his hand and said slowly, and everyone's eyes kept moving up and down with the stone. Haha, you are really amazing, Li Bai. The light of the beginning, the stone of the beginning, the things of the innate origin, you can actually monopolize too. So, this is the condition you tempted us with. The old man smiled bitterly. Sure enough, no one can refuse the law of true fragrance. Of course, otherwise, I took it out just to show off. As long as you agree to my conditions, this stone will be yours. How about it, have you thought about it? Li Bai said with a smile, his tone full of confidence, they will definitely agree. After a long silence, the old man said, Li Bai, you win, we really can't refuse, the temptation of the stone of the beginning, we agree. But you have to give it to us first. Of course. Then, Li Bai threw the stone of the beginning in his hand directly to the old man. Li Bai, be gentle. The old man was shocked, and then he quickly and carefully took the stone and held it in his hand. Li Bai, aren't you afraid that we will go back on our word? Do you want to hear what nonsense you are talking about? Do you think there are creatures that dare to embezzle my things, Li Bai, or do you have the guts? Li Bai said lightly. Okay, I know you are pretending. Tell me, what do you want us to do specifically? When the road to 10,000 worlds ends, I will naturally find you. Okay, you guys can play with this stone slowly, I'm leaving first. After that, Li Bai left the boundless sea just like that. No, he just left like that, is he really so confident in us? What, Do you still dare to go back on your word? I dare not, I'm just talking. Alas, in the end, we have finally become pawns in Li Bai's hands. Damn, if Li Bai can give us an innate origin thing every time, I can be his dog. Okay, everyone, we should really wake up. After all, we also have an irreconcilable hatred with Jushan. The old man said to everyone seriously. Yes, sir. When everyone disappeared, a sly smile appeared on the old man's face. Hee, if the old guy from the ancient clan knew about this, I wonder if he would be envious to death. No, I must show off. At the same time, the entire fairyland on the other side gradually began to go crazy, because the road of 10,000 worlds, will begin in a few days. No matter which age group the Tianjiao are in, they are all looking forward to it. After all, if they can leave their names in the history of the Wanzhou Road, it will be a great honor for themselves or their families behind them. At the same time, there are still many creatures who are still paying attention to a trend, that is, all the emperors come out together and rush to the boundless sea. Many old guys have guessed the reason, but they dare not speak out and can only silently bear this shock in their hearts. At this moment, in the small world of the Qingtian Immortal Realm and the Wanqi Academy. Sister Zio, how did you practice? You know, when I was the same age as you, I was still a stray dog. De Wang looked at Zio in front of him, curious. I didn't practice much, I practiced and broke through the quasi-emperor. Zio said helplessly. She explained this many times. Impossible, you definitely have a physique that defies the heavens. You know, even the Tianjiao of the epoch is not as evil as you. De Wang said with suspicion. Okay, De Huang, you really want to get to the bottom of this. Shut up your dog mouth. Nan Yi said impatiently on the side. Hee, I'm not going to learn from you. The next moment, Li Bai's figure suddenly appeared in front of everyone. Master! Master! Brother Bai! How is it, Wanqi Academy, are you used to it? Li Bai asked slowly. Yeah, Brother Bai, the people here are very good at talking, I like it very much. Zio nodded and said. Master, over there in the boundless sea. No problem, don't worry, I'm just going to make a deal. Li Bai comforted. Deal? I can't help but ask curiously. That's right, it's a deal about Jushan, you'll know when Jushan returns. Okay, now it's time to tell you about Zio. Zio, you should listen carefully too. Li Bai said to everyone very seriously. Hearing this, Qingxian immediately focused his attention, because he already had some guesses about Zio's identity. Okay, Brother Bai. It's very simple. Strictly speaking, Zio is not a real mermaid. In other words, the blood of the mermaid is just an appearance. Zio's true identity is, pure world green lotus. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 462. Creation, Qinglian. Damn it, that's not, Brother Kingdes. How is it possible? The creation Qinglian has disappeared for an unknown amount of time. Hearing Li Bai's words, everyone was shocked. This news may not be so shocking to other races, but to the human race, any news about the Qing Emperor is the most shocking news, not to mention that Zio is still the creation of Qinglian, and in a sense is the child of Qingdi. Even Zio was in a state of confusion at this moment. Of course she had heard of Qing Emperor. In the entire world, the one with the loudest and most widely circulated name was not Li Bai, but Qing Emperor. After all, most of the people who knew about Li Bai were the beings above the emperors, and even children as young as Qingdi had heard about it. Of course, only Qingxian was slightly calmer about all this. After all, he had already made a guess. No wonder, when I saw Zio, I always felt a familiar feeling. It turned out to be because of Brother Kingdi. Nanyi suddenly realized. I am, Qinglian. Is it the Qinglian created by Lord Kingdi? How is this possible? Wasn't I born into the mermaid clan? Zio's eyes widened and she looked at Li Bai in confusion. At that time, when I saw you for the first time, I realized that your appearance was very similar to that of Qing Emperor when he was young. Later, after a conversation with your ancestor, I finally confirmed this idea. Li Bai said slowly. Brother Bai, but, I am a girl, Master Kingdi, I am not a male, how could this be possible? Zio asked with great confusion. Qing Emperor, as the creation Qinglian, his body is not divided into male and female, but he often appears in front of the world as a male. I see. No wonder the ancestor of Chennai always keeps silent about my life experience. Zio nodded and said. They really don't know, it's not that they don't want to tell you. After all, you were just picked up by her accidentally. Sir, so, you brought Zio back to Wanchi Academy because you want to help her awaken, right? Then, King Xuan's eyes flashed with a trace of light. That's right, after all, Wanchi Academy is Zio King's hard work and he has put a certain amount of effort into it. I think he left something behind. Li Bai nodded and said. Sir, please wait a moment. After Qing Xian finished speaking, he directly activated his own physique. In an instant, a huge green lotus shadow slowly appeared in this space. After all, Qing Xian inherited part of Kingdi's inheritance, so it's normal for him to be able to summon the Qinglian phantom. Just when this green lotus appeared, Zio suddenly felt a sense of blood connection in her heart. Let me just say, when I first saw Grandpa Qing Xian, I felt an extremely familiar feeling. Zio's eyes sparkled. Open. Qing Xian forced out a drop of his own emperor's blood and shot it directly into Qinglian's shadow. Immediately afterwards, a wisp of green light continued to shoot out from the shadow of the green lotus, and endless power of chaos spurted out. Then, the lotus leaves of the green lotus slowly bloomed, and in the middle of the lotus heart, a green lotus seed slowly emerged. Later, Qing Xian directed the lotus seed to come to Li Bai. Sir, is this the thing you want? King Xuan's face is slightly pale. Yes, but if it comes to this, you. Li Bai looked at Qing Xian and said with a frown. Sir, don't worry, in another era, I can give birth to another child, and it won't have much impact. Qing Xian shook his head and said. That's good. Damn it, old man Qing Xian, if you have such a good thing, why didn't you take it out earlier? De Wang said enviously at the side, the lotus seeds of the chaos green lotus are a huge temptation for every creature above the emperor. Not to mention anything else, the life force contained in this lotus seed alone is enough to last an era. Give it to you, you can't digest it? Only those who have inherited some of the methods of Master Kingdi, or a creation Qinglian like Zio, can absorb it. Besides, it's such a waste of money to give this thing to a dog. Qing Xian said lightly. Damn it, old man, are you looking down on me? When De Wang heard these words, his dog's eyes instantly lit up, and he bared his teeth and said. Snapped. The next moment, a pair of plain hands slapped De Wang on the head of the dog. De Wang, if you are being mean, believe it or not, I will cut off your chicken and stew it. Nanyi grabbed De Wang's ears and said angrily. Sister Nanyi, you will threaten me with this, right? De Wang said unconvinced. You've become more capable, haven't you? Then, a strange and captivating smile appeared on Nanyi's face, and his left hand quietly reached behind De Wang's butt. At this moment, De Wang had no idea that the danger was coming. Humph, I, De Wang, am now an emperor, how can I live in such a depressed state for so long? Damn it, did I hear it correctly? This came out of De Wang's mouth. Damn, he actually spoke human language. The grass and the old willow tree exclaimed. Are you sure? Nanyi asked with a smile, narrowing her eyes, and at the same time, she flicked De Wang's bell. Ouch! My balls! De Wang felt a sharp pain, and then he felt as if his balls were held by someone. Well, don't say it, since the first time I touched your De Wang balls, the feeling has been as good as ever. Nanyi kept twisting De Wang's bell. Sister Nanyi, I was wrong. I won't dare to do it again. Woo, spare De Wang. De Wang cried and said. Nanyi whirled, what does it feel like? Xiao Shui asked curiously on the side. Very good, very comfortable to touch, furry. Shui, do you want to try it? Nanyi said with a smile. Okay, I've wanted to try it for a long time, but De Huang won't let me. Woo woo, Xiao Sui, don't pinch me too hard. De Huang wailed. Tisk tisk, so miserable. Yeah, so miserable, luckily we didn't. Nonsense, a tree, a grass, it's strange to have one. After a long time, De Huang curled up in a corner, crying constantly, as if he had suffered a great injustice. Brother De Huang, I didn't mean it, who told you that your 00 feels so good, he, I accidentally used too much force. Zio touched De Huang's dog head to comfort him. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Benpao de la Chang. Chapter 463. Okay, Zio, business is important, don't worry about De Wang, he will be fine in a while. Nanyi said. Oh. Brother Bai, what should I do? Zio said excitedly. Swallow this lotus seed. Okay. After saying that, Zio swallowed the lotus seed directly into her stomach. Boom. In an instant, Zio burst out with extremely terrifying auras, and then a forbidden avenue, the avenue of creation, emerged out of thin air. The endless power of creation turned into a wisp of world-destroying waves, directly submerging the entire Wanchi Academy. At the same time, countless disciples who were practicing in seclusion, some broke through directly, and some entered the state of enlightenment directly. Even Mizian and other Wanchi Academy's geniuses also felt a wisp of power constantly transforming themselves. My brow bone has made new progress. Not only that, my original sin power has also improved. At this moment, Mizian, who was still in seclusion, suddenly opened her eyes. At this moment, she could clearly feel that her strength had improved a lot. Even the elders of Wanchi Academy seemed to have some experience at this moment. Some of them were about their own physique, some were about their own skills, and some even had a qualitative improvement. What's going on? Why did I suddenly break through? Damn, me too. My god, King Bottleneck has loosened. You know, I have been stuck in the Saint Venerable for decades. Me too, but I broke through my own physique. Countless disciples of Wanchi Academy were shocked and didn't understand why it happened suddenly. At the same time, in another space deep in Wanchi Academy, 3 original Sin Elders suddenly opened their eyes. Old 3, is this the power of destiny? Yes. Oh, it should be that little girl, right? You mean, the little girl brought back by Li Bai? Yes, after all, I saw the shadow of the Green Emperor in her. Let's go and take a look. After that, the 3 original Sin old men left this space directly. The power of destiny, as the adults said, it is really the green lotus of destiny. Qing Xian said excitedly. Li Bai, is this girl really the descendant of the Green Emperor? At the same time, the original Sin old man had come to Li Bai. Haven't you already felt that ray of destiny power? Li Bai said lightly. It's really beyond our expectations. Originally I thought that this girl was just more like the Green Emperor. Wait, I suddenly thought of something. Since this girl is from the Gigzu Sea, that means that the Green Emperor has also been there. Yes, Li Bai, since the Green Emperor has been there, has he also seen the king of the Gigzu Sea? The original Sin old man said seriously. Maybe there is a great possibility, but we can only know after asking Xiaoqing. Just a few seconds after Li Bai finished speaking, the whole space seemed to have returned to the chaotic era. Then, a huge chaos green lotus that seemed to be able to connect the eternal age, the blue sky and the yellow spring slowly appeared. Immediately, a familiar figure slowly appeared in front of everyone. Green Emperor. Yes, Lord Green Emperor. Brother Green Emperor. Suddenly, Qingxian and others were so excited that they couldn't express it in words. Although they had seen it in the Dark Valley last time, no matter how many times they saw it, their inner emotions were the same as always. We, the younger generation of Wanqi Academy, greet the Green Emperor. Sir, we meet again. The Green Emperor said to Li Bai gently. Yes, we finally meet again. Li Bai also had a bright smile on his face. Green Emperor, I didn't expect that I could see you again in my lifetime. Oh, it's you three, Original Sin. The Green Emperor said slowly when he saw the Original Sin old man. Afterwards, the three Original Sin old men started chatting with the Green Emperor. Okay, let's leave the rest of the time to you and Li Bai. We'll leave first. After that, the three Original Sin old men left this space without any nostalgia. You are the Green Emperor. Zio mustered up the courage and looked at the Green Emperor and said. And the Green Emperor's eyes looking at Zio were full of doting, as if he was really looking at his own child. Of course, it's real. What's your name now? The Green Emperor asked with a smile. My name is Zio. Zio? Is that the name Chinayu gave you? Yes, Lord Kingdi, it was the name that Chinayu ancestor gave me. Not bad, it sounds smooth. Lord Kingdi, I really am. Then, Zio said hesitantly. No, child, you are you, not a miniature of anyone, so you are still Zio. It's just that now you use another physique, the Azure Lotus of Creation. The Azure Emperor shook his head and said with a smile. But, Azure Lotus of Creation, didn't it also come from you? Although it is true, what I want is for you to be yourself. I don't want you to set foot on the path I have walked, so I will let you wake up in this era. Then, Kingdi turned his attention to Li Bai again. Sir, you must have a lot of doubts now, right? Well, but if you don't want to say it, I won't force you. Li Bai nodded and said. Sir, you know Xiaoking's character, so naturally you won't hold anything back. You know that you are the creation Qinglian from the Taipei era, right? Li Bai said with complicated eyes. Yes, sir, actually, I have known this secret for a long time. However, to me, none of this is very important. From beginning to end, I am still the Xiaoqing who was given wisdom by adults' words in the era of chaos. Kingdi said with a smile. Sure enough, it's just as I guessed. However, I am very curious about what deal you made with Chinayu. Hey, sir, with your wisdom, you should be able to guess it. Kingdi pretended to be mysterious and said. You boy. Is it because of Jushin? Yes, sir, you guessed it right. I think the reason why you did this is because you have met that boy from Gigzu, right? Li Bai said lightly. Sure enough, nothing can escape the eyes of adults. Xiaoqing is still far behind in this regard. Stop talking so much and speak up. I remember when I was talking with the Gigzu Sea King, he once said that the final controller of the Gigzu Sea would definitely fall into the hands of the Mermaid clan. Even if the Haihuan clan already had a half-step master at that time, exception Because the mermaid race is the race that was truly created by that guy from Gigzu, right? Li Bai frowned and said slowly. Brothers who have caught a cold, the temperature suddenly dropped in Shandong, which caught me off guard. The last chapter I posted yesterday has been revised. Please also take precautions. Cold and fever are so uncomfortable. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 464. Yes, sir, you are right about this. So, I made that deal with Xuanhuan. When Jushin returns, I must go to help the fairyland. This is the last thing I can do for Xiaju. After all, the fairyland is her hard work. The Qing Emperor nodded and said. In fact, I have seen Xiaju in the eternal upper realm. And, looking. Then, Li Bai said lightly. After hearing this, the Qing Emperor was not shocked. After all, he and Bian and others could leave shadows, so could Xiaju and Wuking. Sir, Sister Wuking, do you still hate you? The Qing Emperor said slowly. Maybe. But there may be more than one reason for his hatred. Li Bai said slowly. Haha, you are worthy of being a sir. You can make the two peerless empresses of Jushin fall in love with you. The Qing Emperor said with a smile. Why, now even you have learned to be a chatterbox. I am just telling the truth, sir. By the way, sir, what did Xiaoju tell you? Then, King Di asked seriously. She told me that I must go to the world of disorder. Li Bai said slowly. When King Di heard this, he immediately frowned. The world of disorder. I don't remember what the origin of Xiaoju is with the world of disorder. Perhaps, Xiaoju is not talking about that world of disorder. A ray of light flashed in Li Bai's eyes. Isn't it that disordered world? The Green Emperor repeated Li Bai's words, and suddenly, he widened his eyes and said. Sir, you are not talking about that disordered world. It is, the one you mentioned before. If nothing unexpected happens, it should be, otherwise, I can't find a reason to go to the disordered world. Why? This is too strange. The Green Emperor was puzzled. Maybe it's because that's where I created it? This sentence almost made the Green Emperor's CPU burn. What, where was created by the adults? Sir, how did you know? The Green Emperor asked anxiously, his eyes full of urgency. The seventh Venerable told me, I don't know whether it's true or not. Li Bai said calmly. The seventh one. Sir, you saw him. Yes, I saw him in the eternal upper realm. Not only that, I also saw the innate destiny. Hearing this, the Green Emperor could no longer hold back and burst into a swear. Sir, how long has it been? You. Indeed, the progress is so fast that even I find it a little incredible. In that case, sir, can his words be trusted? Then, the Green Emperor said very seriously. Almost, he shouldn't lie to me. At least when I see him again, he has no hostility towards me. By the way, it's just right. I'll tell you what happened during this period. All ears, sir. Then, Li Bai told Li Bai about the matter with the innate destiny and the seventh one. For a moment, the Green Emperor found it hard to accept. You know, before, they spent endless epochs and countless energy, and only made a small step forward on this road, but now, it's like a cheat, directly entering the next journey. Alas, sir, it's a pity that Xiaoqing can't witness these things with her own eyes. King Di said regretfully. One day, I will let you witness everything. I have always believed in your strength and never doubted it. If Xiaoju knew, I don't know how happy she would be. King Di said with a look of reminiscence in his eyes. Sister Nanyi, Sister Xiaoju, who is she? Sui I, who was standing by, heard King Di constantly mention the name Xiaoju and asked curiously. Sister Xiaju is the Nine Heavens Empress, you should have heard of this. Well, I heard about the Empress who ranked first on the Eternal Emperor list before. Sui nodded and said. How can I put it, Xiaju, for Master, is the regret of his life, and also the most important person. More important than us? Shui asked slowly. Yes, in some ways, more important than us. These things, let Master tell you later. On the other side, after sorting out everything, King Di asked. Sir, will your transaction with Xiantian Destiny also be in some memory fragments? This shouldn't happen, the time of the two is not the same, and I always feel that Xiantian Destiny has something more important to hide from me. Li Bai shook his head and said. These days, the originator just likes to let people guess. But no matter what, now you are one step closer to the answer, sir. Although there are still many hazes in the middle, Xiaoqing believes that you will find the answer in the end, not only me, Xiaju's sister, but also the other side. King Di said solemnly, and then the shadow gradually began to dissipate. You are going to disappear. Li Bai's tone was very heavy. He still had many words to say to King Di, because this time, King Di was really going to disappear, and there would be no shadows from then on. Yes, sir, this is my last shadow. From now on, there will be no King Di in the world. King Di said with a gentle smile. Hearing this, the faces of the others became extremely lonely and filled with sadness. Sir King Di. I know what you want to say, don't care, I am already dead, leaving a few shadows to see you, and see the current state of Wanqi Academy, which is also considered satisfactory. King Di showed an extremely gentle smile to everyone. For him, it seems that there is no regret. If there is any regret, it is that he can't see the answer that the Sir has found with his own eyes. Sir, Xiaoqing is very happy. I have no regrets following you all the way. I hope you can help take care of Ziyue. Well, don't worry. Li Bai nodded solemnly. Qingxian. King Di, I'm here. I hope you can take up the responsibility of the Wanqi Academy, although I know it's unfair to you. No, Lord King Di, I don't feel anything unfair, on the contrary, I take it as an honor. Qingxian said very seriously, he dedicated his whole life to the Wanqi Academy. Thank you for your hard work. King Di thanked the emperors. If I become King Di in the future, I will repay you with peach blossoms blooming together. My lord, Xiaoqing has done it, right? King Di asked with a smile, there was no bitterness on his face, only pride. You did it, not only that, you did it very well. In all the heavens and worlds, no matter how many eras have passed, there is only one King Di. Li Bai said with a fluctuating look in his eyes. It's a pity that Xiaoqing can't stay with you forever. Okay, sir, I'm going to disappear. I hope you can tell me when you find the answer. I believe I will be very happy. Sir, everyone, Wanqi Academy, goodbye, no, I should never see you again. The last look of the Qing Emperor seemed to penetrate the long river of time. He saw his childhood self in history and the moment of his death. This scene was frozen in time. Finally, the figure of the Qing Emperor slowly dissipated. The fleeting beauty only left a dangerous and mysterious legend to this world. So far, the Qing Emperor, like the Empress on the other side, completely disappeared in Li Bai's timeline. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 465. Lord Qing Emperor, may the ending of the human race be as you wish. Qingxian said silently in his heart. For some reason, Ziyue watched the scene and silently shed a line of tears. She only felt waves of sadness spreading, and so did Nanyi Sui and others. De Huang, I hate this kind of thing the most. De Huang wiped away his tears with his dog paw and said. Yes, the disappearance of Qing Emperor is a pity for the immortal realm, a pity for all the heavens and all the worlds, and even more pity for you adults. After countless epochs, there will never be another creature like the Qing Emperor who dedicates everything to the human race. Old Willow said in a dull voice. Sooner or later I have to kill these originators and darkness. Xiako said through gritted teeth. After a long time, Li Bai's eyes shone with crystal luster, and then gradually disappeared. Okay everyone, don't be too sad. This is Xiaoking's fate, and I believe he has no regrets. Now, it's time for us to look at the matter of the road to all realms. Li Bai said to everyone, and then waved his hand, gradually dispelling the sadness in everyone's hearts. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Just like that, a few days flew by in an instant. On this day, the entire immortal realm was shocked, because the road to all realms was about to begin today. At the same time, in the sky of the 9 immortal realms, divine light continued to break through the sky, and then a huge black hole slowly appeared in the center of each immortal realm. This is the transfer formation on the road to the world. It's finally about to begin. I can't wait to fight against those evil geniuses. Zhang Chang'an was wearing a black robe, and the power of reincarnation was constantly filling the surroundings, and he said with high spirits. Haha, let's talk about it if you can beat Lao Jun. Emperor Lin said slowly. Who said I can't beat him? What, try now. Jun Wuodao said coldly. Humph, I'm afraid that you will be defeated by me and your Taoist heart will be broken. TCH, coward. Alright, dear geniuses, the journey to all realms is about to begin. This is an opportunity to change your destiny against the will of heaven. I hope you will seize it. Emperor Xuanhuan said to the group of geniuses that this time, the entire immortal realm is not going together, but each immortal realm is led by a great emperor. Yes, Senior God Emperor. Set off. Following this, Emperor Xuanhuan gave an order, and in an instant, countless airships slowly emerged from the void, and then entered the black hole with countless geniuses. At the same time, the other major immortal realms also entered the black hole. The Eternal Upper Realm. Fairy Sword Heavenly Palace. Everyone, prepare to set sail. Dijun said to all the geniuses. Yes. Hey, I can finally see you adults again, I'm so excited just thinking about it. Xianjian Tiangong's Niao said excitedly. Yes, I can finally see you adults again. However, I am still very curious as to which genius will take away the great emperor's crown this time. Believe, our geniuses, they are not bad. The ancient race, the Su. Your Majesty, are you ready? Suwuji looked at Emperor Su, who was like an immortal emperor, and said with a smile. Grandpa, of course, I have prepared endless hours for this day. As I said before, everything must be done with life as the first priority, remember. Don't worry, Grandpa, I can do it. Return to the Sea of Ruins. Haha, it has finally begun. The Haihuan clan must get the great emperor's crown and the origin of creation. Chen 11, when you wait for the road to all realms, it will be your death. Hai Huangling said extremely viciously. At the same time, in the core area of the entire universe, what should have been a desolate deep space realm now seems to be directly integrated into a new small world. Roads shrouded in the mist of fairy lights continue to extend, as if endless. Each road gives people a different feeling, as if there is something in the road that constantly stimulates the most primitive desires in the hearts of living beings. At this moment, at the intersection of the sources of these roads, a stone tablet stands here. The stone tablet is filled with an ancient and mysterious atmosphere. It has countless obscure words engraved on it, and there are also terrifying pictures. The stone tablet is constantly shining with black. The luster seems to be the shaking stone monument of all the worlds. Then, countless rays of light reflected from the black holes and slowly gathered in this deep space universe. After blinking, countless densely packed creatures slowly appeared in front of us. At the same time, auras that were unimaginably powerful continued to tear apart the deep space universe. Not only that, terrifying visions also appeared wantonly. Wow, this is the road to all realms. Hey, how come that stone tablet makes me feel so terrible? This is the sky-shattering stone tablet of the road to all realms, and it is also the symbol of the opening of the road to all realms. An old monster who had lived for an unknown number of epochs said slowly, while looking at the stone tablet. There was a trace of fear in his eyes. Damn it, look around, why are these geniuses so terrifying? There is no other way. After all, this time the road to all realms has the great emperor's crown. Which genius can refuse this temptation? I don't have any hope anyway, just come here to open my eyes. Yes, it is estimated that the final owner of the great emperor's crown should be those ancient races. I heard that the young master of the Su clan has also awakened, right? You mean, Emperor Su? That's right. Not only Emperor Su, for example, Ming Yuan of the Ming clan, the goddess of the palace of the gods, Ying Liu, the ancient virtual dragon, and the sealed ancient Tian Xiao, have all awakened. Tisk tisk, this is really exciting. But why don't I see them? A Tianjiao looked at the deep space around him curiously. Terrible races like them usually hide in the void now. Just as countless creatures were discussing, the Zhentian steel in front of them suddenly shook. Boom! In an instant, the entire world seemed to be shaken, the void boiled, and the space was torn apart. After 9 vibrations, the Zhentian steel emitted an extremely dazzling light, followed by an ancient and vicissitudes of life voice, echoing in the entire deep space universe. The road to the myriad worlds begins. Everyone, please enter the road that suits your realm. At the same time, let me tell you the rules. In each road, there is a checkpoint that must be passed before entering the next stage of the road. Not only that, in each road, there are also many treasures for you to explore. Of course, the most important point is that on the road, life and death are not important. You can use any method to kill your opponent and seize his opportunity. The rest, you will understand after entering the road, so I don't need to say more. The last point, the road to the realm of the God King is only open for 1 hour, and no one will be waiting after the time is up. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 466. Buzz. After finishing speaking, the sources of the roads appeared in front of the eyes of all living beings, and the fire of desire was burning in the eyes of countless living beings. Haha, Xuanhuan, go first. Immediately afterwards, a chaos god King Tianxiao, under the gaze of countless creatures, took the lead to enter the leftmost road, which is the level of the God King realm. Holy crap, isn't that Xuanhuan of the ancient bear clan? How did he break through to the Chaos God King? Damn it, let's go quickly, we can't let others seize the opportunity. Boom. The next moment, countless geniuses stepped onto the path to the realm of the God King. Okay, everyone, you can go too. In the void, Emperor Xuanhuan said to a group of geniuses from the immortal realm. Yes. After a moment, the void shattered, and figures turned into streams of light and entered the road. It has finally begun. This prince must get the great emperor's crown. The great emperor's crown, this young master is so humming hot. Within an hour, all the geniuses had entered the path of the God King, and then the source of the God King's path was slowly closed. Okay everyone, no need to hide, it's time for us great emperors to show up. As a great emperor shattered out of the void, thousands of great emperors slowly appeared. Suddenly, Every gap in the entire deep space domain was filled with unparalleled imperial power. I'll go first. Me too. Okay everyone, let's go too. Afterwards, the emperors of the immortal realm also emerged and slowly entered their own paths. Were they the emperors of the immortal realm just now? A great emperor said in astonishment. That's right. When did they become so powerful? I remember that Emperor Xuanhuan was not a mythical emperor. How come he has become, half a step above all else? Haha, who knows? No matter, let's talk about it after we go in. After an unknown amount of time, there is only one path left in the entire deep space universe. There is no doubt that this is the path reserved for the strongest people in the world. However, these creatures never appeared from the beginning to the end. I just felt a breath entering the last road. Haha, these old guys are really cautious. Xuanhuan said calmly. It's not too late, ancestor, let's go in. Maybe we can meet the adults soon. Okay. Another creator. Sure enough, these guys won't show up until this time. Dejun frowned and said. Ancestor, I'm still a little curious. Is the origin of creation still useful to them? Dejun Taishu asked doubtfully from the side. Not only is it useful, but it also has a huge effect. You will know it at the last moment. But if that's the case, then why are we fighting for it? Let's just let the creators fight for it. Haha, do you think it's really that simple? The origin of creation is obtained through strength. It contains various factors. Otherwise, why would we say that this path is the most mysterious and unique among the paths to all realms? Dejun said with a smile. Ancestor, according to what you mean, that is to say, even a forerunner can do it, right? Well, that's right. Holy shit, ancestor, let's go in quickly. Dejun Taishu urged from the side. Well, I hope I can meet the adults soon. On the other side, in a small world somewhere in the fairyland. The Way of Heaven, the son of Karma and the daughter of Destiny are discussing the road to all realms this time. Tell me, whose hands will the great emperor's crown fall this time? The son of Karma said slowly. It's hard to say, after all, the geniuses of this era are all too evil, and there are many geniuses who were sealed in previous eras. The little girl who was the incarnation of heaven said slowly. What do you think about fate? Then, Tiandeo asked the girl of destiny on the side. Have no idea. Not interested. The daughter of destiny said in a bad tone at this moment, as if she had received some stimulation. What's wrong with her? Tiandeo asked in confusion. Hey, it's not because of Li Bai. The son of Karma said with a lewd smile. Li Bai. That's right, because Li Bai didn't find someone when he returned to the fairyland, someone is sulking. Tisk tisk, love. The son of Karma said in a melancholy manner. He also said that I'm also very curious as to why Li Bai didn't come to see us when he returned. He already informed the heavenly clan, but he didn't notify us either. Tiandeo also asked in confusion at this moment. Tell me, does Bai Yi not love me anymore? Why didn't he come back to find me? Then, the girl of destiny looked at the two of them and asked. Eldest sister, you are wrong to ask this question. When did Li Bai fall in love with you? Stop being so sentimental and wishful thinking. The son of Karma said helplessly. Don't worry. There must be someone outside in Bai. Yes, that's right, that must be the case. The girl of destiny said firmly. The next moment, only a voice was heard. Are you talking about me? Li Bai's figure slowly appeared in front of the three of them. Li Bai. Li Bai. Bai. The three people shouted at the same time after seeing Li Bai. Then, the girl of destiny rushed to Li Bai and asked. Bai, why didn't you come to us when you returned to the fairyland? I'm here now. Li Bai said helplessly. The belated affection is more cheap than grass, but I forgive you, who made me like you. The girl of destiny said with a smile immediately. I told you, she is pure in love. The son of cause and effect said on the side. Well, she is seriously ill, so I wonder, what's so good about Li Bai? The heavenly Dao nodded and said on the side. This is love, but unfortunately, we are destined not to have it in this life. Get lost, that's you, I still have the heavenly Dao to want. Then, Li Bai talked about the old things with the three people. By the way, Li Bai, did you really find the heavenly Dao in the upper world? The heavenly Dao asked slowly. You have felt it, why ask me? I just think it is too incredible. You know, the heavenly Dao of the upper world has been destroyed by the spirit race for countless epochs. They are not stupid, they will definitely do their best to keep a spark. Li Bai said slowly. I have a question for you, Li Bai, I hope you can answer me truthfully. Then, Tiandao asked in a heavy tone. Speak. That is, who are you? If others hear this question, they will feel inexplicable. Li Bai is not Li Bai, who else can it be? It seems that Tian Nishang has told you those things. Well, that's right. When she came back, she told us the first time. To be honest, I can't answer you for this question, because I don't know who I am myself. So, in fact, you have the ability to destroy us directly, but, because of Xiaju. Okay, I don't want to talk about this matter anymore. Li Bai directly rejected this topic. Okay, then I won't say it. What are you going to do now? Tiandao asked slowly. When I solve the problem of Jushin, I will completely leave the heavens and the worlds. Now I have too many secrets, and I don't have much time left. Li Bai said slowly. Okay, I know L. Afterwards, Li Bai chatted with them about many things and left this world. Li Bai is getting more and more terrifying. The son of Karma said weakly. Yes, now I understand that everything I did before, including the Battle of Emperor Fall, is just playing house in Li Bai's eyes. After all, he and we are on two different paths. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 467. At this moment, within the path of the God King realm, countless geniuses are divided into countless small groups. These groups are a mixed bag, with geniuses from various regions. Damn it, Lejun and the others, why can't they be contacted? Zhang Chang'an looked at the only 10 geniuses from the immortal realm around him and said doubtfully. They must have gotten separated. To be precise, it should have been divided when we came in. Not only that, there is also a seal that blocks all communication. Xuanhuan Minjiao said slowly. Now on this road, there are only Zhang Chang'an, Xuanhuan Minjiao, Sui, Lin Di and the other 6 immortal geniuses. It seems that it is to prevent cliques. Emperor Lin said slowly. Looking at the surrounding environment, it feels no different from our fairyland. Is this the road to all realms? A male prodigy looked around curiously and said. The road to all realms, to put it bluntly, is just a competition for the geniuses of all realms. It's just that this place is full of opportunities and the dangers are greatly increased. Death is the norm here. Xuanhuan Minjiao said slowly, she had done a lot of homework before coming. What should we do now? A female fairyland prodigy asked slowly, her eyes looking around were filled with uneasiness. She always felt like there was a ray of murderous intent staring at her in the dark. At this moment, a majestic voice came from the sky. Geniuses, welcome to the Road of 10,000 Realms. Being able to participate in the Road of 10,000 Realms means that you are all the geniuses who are unique among the 10,000. It is a joy to congratulate you for reaching the half step of God King at such an age. Now please go to the first level, Dragon Gate. I have distributed the coordinates. I wish you all good luck. At the same time, this voice also echoes in the sky of countless individual worlds. Dragon Gate. What is that? Emperor Lin said doubtfully. I don't know, it should be the first test level. In that case, let's go first, don't waste time. Good. Wait, someone is coming. Just when everyone was preparing to set off, Shui Yi's eyes narrowed and he suddenly said. Haha, I feel it too, it seems they can't bear it anymore. Zhang Chang'an said coldly. Whoosh. The next moment, the feathers all over the sky turned into heavy rain pear blossoms, shooting directly at Sui and the others. Shameless sneak attack. Don't move, let me show off. Emperor Lin said calmly, and the next moment, he punched out with an understatement. In an instant, the feathers all over the sky turned into powder, and under this punch, the void was shattered. After a while, a dozen figures walked out of the void. Oh, for being able to block my feathers so easily, it seems that you are also a 9th level divine king. A man with a stern face said with a smile. Hiding in the dark and making a sneak attack, don't you feel like a mouse in the dark? Emperor Lin said slowly. Ha ha ha, you are worthy of being the genius of the immortal realm, you are indeed arrogant. Let me introduce myself, we are creatures from the holy dynasty, Tuabakuang. Tuabakuang said with cold eyes. Holy pilgrimage. I seem to have heard of this world. Well, compared to worlds such as the immortal realm, the outer realm, and the eternal upper realm, it's one level behind, but it's still okay. It's a second-level world. Xuanhuan Minjiao recalled the history books of all realms that she had read, and said slowly. So, what do you want to say? Zhang Chang'an said with a calm look in his eyes, the opponent was only a half-step Chaos God King, and in his opinion, he could be destroyed easily. We heard that your immortal domain destroyed the outer domain before. Presumably, you should have got a lot of good things. A trace of greed flashed into Abakuang's eyes. Is he coveting us? Emperor Lin's expression became particularly exciting. I guess so. Haha, it's funny, he actually made an idea on our heads. Which one of you is coming? Finally, Shui Yi looked at everyone and asked. One for each person. That's a good idea. A cruel and joking look appeared on the faces of the geniuses. After all, they also wanted to prove their current strength. Just in time, someone brought a pillow to them when they fell asleep. Forget it, just leave it to me and let you open your eyes. Zhang Chang'an said calmly. Since young Master Zhang has said so, we will naturally not rob him. How much time is required? Shui Yi said lightly. One move is all it takes. Afterwards, Zhang Chang'an stared at Tuabakuang and others and said with a smile. Tisk tisk, your luck and strength are really not that good. Actually, you can't even see through my strength. Sure enough, ants will always be ants. Later, Zhang Chang'an showed a smile like a villain. Damn it, why did this guy become so pretentious after going out for training? Linda covered his face and said, I feel so embarrassed. Well, maybe I have been suppressed by Jun Wudao for too long. If you keep talking nonsense, believe it or not, I will beat you up. Shui Yi couldn't stand Zhang Chang'an's pretentious demeanor, so she gritted her silver teeth and said. Hey, just on a whim. You wanna die? Come together, kill them, use the strongest moves directly. Tuabakuang couldn't stand Zhang Chang'an's pretense, and said viciously. Yes. Boom. In an instant, physical abnormalities emerged one after another, and then, more than a dozen extremely terrifying moves attacked Shui Yi and others. Reincarnation body, reincarnation burial map. Zhang Chang'an said lightly, and directly stimulated his own reincarnation body. In an instant, the wind and clouds surged, and thunder rolled in. A vast breath of reincarnation poured down, overwhelming the universe. Immediately afterwards, a picture that seemed to be able to bury the heavens slowly emerged. In this image, the 6 reincarnations were above the heavens, and below were all things in the world. After this reincarnation burial map appeared, in an instant, the physical abnormalities of Xuanhuan and others were like mice seeing a cat, trembling constantly, and once wanted to escape from this world. The next moment, an extremely terrifying suction force emanated from the samsara burial heaven diagram. In the blink of an eye, these strange phenomena were sucked into the samsara burial heaven diagram, and the samsara breath emitted afterwards was also slightly enhanced. It's a pity that Lao Jiang's samsara body still has several layers of shackles of living beings. For now, it's more than enough to kill these ants. Lindy and others said slowly. As for Xuanhuan and others, after seeing the scene and the realm released by Zhang Chang'an, they had already been stunned in place, with expressions of astonishment. Samsara body. Chaos God King. You are the one from the Zhang family in the immortal realm. Xuanhuan said with a pale face. He never thought that he would meet the top Tianjiao in the immortal realm right at the beginning. He thought he had pinched a soft persimmon, but in the end, he was the soft persimmon. You acted rashly without knowing the other party's identity. I admire your courage. Zhang Chang'an frowned and said. Run. The next moment, Xuanhuan and others looked crazy and were ready to turn around and leave. 6 paths of reincarnation fist. Zhang Chang'an would naturally not miss this opportunity. He directly condensed the reincarnation burial heaven diagram in his right fist, and then punched out. This punch seemed to drag the entire small world into reincarnation. A few seconds later, the waves disappeared, and Xuanhuan and others had disappeared without a trace. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Benpao de la Chang. Chapter 468. Under this punch, all the moves of Xuanhuan and others seemed extremely insignificant. No matter how they struggled, it was useless. In the end, they could only fall under this punch. This is the difference between ordinary Tianjiao and top Tianjiao, not to mention that Xuanhuan and others are Tianjiao who came out of the second-class world. So weak, these people are far worse than you, at least you can still take my move. Zhang Chang'an said to the Tianjiao of the immortal realm. Thank you for praising people so much, don't praise me in the future. Damn, I always feel like you are mocking us. Okay, there is no need to waste time on these creatures, let's go to Longmen quickly. No time to lose. Then, everyone turned into streams of light and flew to the coordinates provided just now. This kind of thing is not uncommon. In such a short period of time, countless Tianjiao have died in the road of the God King realm. Just after Xuanhuan Minjiao left, waves of fluctuations came from the void, and then a young man with a face like a supernatural carving, a temperament like an immortal emperor, but exuding a monstrous demonic aura, slowly appeared, and his realm reached the peak of the Chaos God King. You should know that Zhang Chang'an and Jun Wuodao are only in the early stage of the Chaos God King. Young master, why didn't we take action just now? They are big fat sheep. If you devour their physique, maybe your 3-live sutra will be even more powerful. A disciple of the 9-layer God King asked in confusion. This person is a young master of the Ming clan, Ming Yuan, who has a demon abyss body and is born with a god and demon heart. However, he is different from Emperor Su. He is not a sealed prodigy, but a special 3-life prodigy. That's right, a prodigy who has reincarnated 3 times, this life is also the most perfect life. What do you think of the reincarnation body just now? The eyes of the demon abyss are like black holes, filled with ghost power. Very powerful. I have to say that being able to reach Chaos God King at this age, plus the reincarnation body, can barely be called a half-era genius. He should be the most powerful one among them. In addition, it should be the daughter of the emperor of the Xuanhuan family. However, for the young master, it is much weaker after all. A disciple answered truthfully. You are wrong. The most powerful among these geniuses is not Zhang Changkan, nor the daughter of the emperor of the Xuanhuan family, but the girl in the middle with white hair. Moun's eyes were dark and unclear. We didn't find anything special about her. Yes, I just observed carefully and didn't find anything special. She is considered a top-level genius. Haha, you know, she gives me a feeling that is more terrifying than Xuanhuan, Long Yaoer, Hai Huang Di Tian, and those guys. And, I have a strong feeling that she will be one of my biggest opponents. Moun said lightly. Hearing this, the Tianjiao beside Moun were dumbfounded. They knew very well how evil their young master was. To be able to make their young master say such a thing, it can be seen how terrible the other party was. How is this possible? She is not even a chaos god king. Yes, the physique seems to be a calamity body. Although it can be called a top physique, it has too many limitations. Wait, my intuition will not be wrong. Let's go to Longmen first. Yes, young master. At this moment, in the deep space universe of the Road of 10,000 Worlds, in an extremely compressed small world, 10 life forms similar to the spirit of the long river of time are constantly discussing. Do you think that this time, which genius can win the great emperor's crown? At present, there are only a dozen geniuses, but I am more optimistic about the geniuses of the ancient races such as Emperor Su. That's right, after all, they are all geniuses sealed in the Chaos God source, and they are completely integrated with the breath of this era. By the way, there are also the geniuses of those hidden races. Then, what about the fairyland? Suddenly, a life form asks slowly. Fairyland, I'm not sure, after all, this is the biggest variable in the heavens and the worlds. It's because of that guy Li Bai, right? That's right, with the relationship between Li Bai and the fairyland, who can be sure? Who cares? Anyway, we have already made a deal with Li Bai, and it doesn't matter to us who gets the great emperor's crown. That's right, just watch the show with peace of mind. Hee, I like watching these geniuses fight the most, especially those female geniuses. What a coincidence, me too. At this moment, an uninvited guest came to this space. Everyone, it's been a good chat. Li Bai's figure slowly appeared in front of these creatures. After seeing Li Bai's face, they were almost scared to death. Li Bai. Li Bai, why are you here? After calming down, a creature asked nervously. They were most afraid of seeing Li Bai in the entire universe. Why, I can't come. Li Bai said with a smile, and the whole person looked warm and gentle, like a rookie who was ignorant of the world. Yes, of course, we can. We welcome you the most. What do you guys think? Yes, of course we welcome, Li Bai is here. Li Bai, your arrival has made our little temple shine. Oh, I'm almost crying, scared to death. He really made me cry to death. Hearing these words, Li Bai's face dropped unconsciously. Okay, shut up, you guys. It's so disgusting. Li Bai said in disgust. Hey, Li Bai, tell me if you have anything to do. Nothing, just telling you, don't forget the deal between us. I understand, it's just Jushin, don't worry, as long as you can give us that thing, we will help you no matter what. That's right. Yes. Oh, weren't you still a little hesitant before? Li Bai said teasingly. Yes, no, we have no hesitation. It is our honor to trade with such a great creature like you. Black lines appeared on Li Bai's face, and he always felt like they were scolding him. Okay, I won't tell you anymore, I will also go to the road to all realms later. After finishing speaking, Li Bai left this space directly. Phew, This god of plague is finally gone. Damn, I'm scared to death. He just said the last thing. It seems to be the road to all worlds. Oh Wanja, wait, what the hell, he is also going to the Wanja road. Damn it, Li Bai, come back, what are you doing? Suddenly, roars resounded throughout the space. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 469. Then, Li Bai appeared in front of the Gentian stele, but he was hidden in the void, because he found a breath from outside the heavens and the worlds. However, before he could say anything, the next moment, in Li Bai's mind, the voice of his clone came, and then the breath from outside the heavens and the worlds was hidden in the road of the worlds. My lord, are you there? Well, what's wrong? Li Bai asked in confusion. At this critical moment, his clone suddenly looked for him. There must be something urgent. I just noticed something unusual in the End Realm. End Realm? Abnormal. Tell me in detail. Li Bai immediately became interested. It seems that some of the Tianjiao and the creatures above the pioneers have entered the road of the worlds. Hearing this, Li Bai frowned. Are you sure? I'm sure, I'm not wrong. Okay, I know, you keep staring at the End Realm, tell me immediately if there's anything unusual. Okay, this deity. By the way, this deity, the seventh deity, has already destroyed the extraterritorial demon, and the person you mentioned has also been destroyed. Don't tell me about this kind of trivial matter in the future. Yes. Then, Li Bai's mouth curled up a little. Interesting, they actually reached out here, it seems that they can't hold back. It's not smart to use the road of 10,000 worlds as a foothold, but unfortunately, you made a wrong choice. Then, Li Bai waved his hand, and immediately split into several clones. You go to each road and pull out these rats. As for the highest one, I'll go there myself. Yes. After that, Li Bai and his clone also entered the road of 10,000 worlds. At this moment, in the road of 10,000 worlds, the road of the God King. In countless small worlds, almost all the Tianjiao have arrived at the coordinate point, and there are huge crowds of people. At this moment, a huge arched gate stands in front of the Tianjiao, shining with golden light, which is somewhat similar to the legendary fish leaping into the Dragon Gate. Is this the Dragon Gate? It looks no different. I don't know what it's for. A Tianjiao from the immortal realm said in confusion. Perhaps, this is the first opportunity, and it is an opportunity for all Tianjiao. Zhang Chang'an said with deep eyes. Just as countless Tianjiao were discussing, a magnificent and vast voice sounded again above the sky. Everyone, welcome to the Dragon Gate. This is the first benefit for you, and it is also a sign that the road to the world has really begun. When these words fell, a scene of the deep space universe appeared inside the Dragon Gate, and there were 12 ancient starry roads extending continuously until the end was invisible. What is that? Why are there 12 more roads? I don't know. This is different from the road of the 10,000 worlds recorded in the past. It's really strange. Then the magnificent and vast voice sounded again. As you can see, these are 12 ancient starry roads. At the end of each road, there are 3 peerless imperial arts. And I can tell you responsibly that the 3 imperial arts on each road are at least immortal imperial arts. Not only that, each road also has a secret art. As for what secret art it is, I won't tell you here. You need to dig it out yourself. Hearing this, the geniuses in countless small worlds were boiling, their eyes were full of fiery looks, and they wanted to directly enter the fight. Although most of these geniuses are from the imperial family, it does not mean that they can all obtain the imperial art, Not to mention those evil geniuses from small forces. Is this true? They're going to make such a big deal right from the start. I can't even imagine it. It's worthy of being called the Road of 10,000 Worlds. The rewards are so generous. Now, let me tell you the rules. Only the geniuses who pass the Dragon Gate test can set foot on these 12 ancient starry sky roads. Each ancient starry sky road has a quota. When you pass, detailed information about the Emperor's skills in each ancient starry sky road will appear, and you can choose freely. The test is also very simple. After you enter the Dragon Gate, you need to fight against the phantom of an ancient emperor. Of course, the realm is the same as yours. Death is real during the battle. If you are afraid, you can continue to search for opportunities in this world. However, the opportunities in this small world are not very good. The choice is up to you. Okay, let's not talk nonsense, let's start now. Boom. After that, countless geniuses immediately entered the Dragon Gate. At the same time, phantoms of emperors appeared in front of everyone. However, within a few seconds, hundreds of thousands of Tianjiao died tragically in the Dragon Gate, and the blood directly dyed the Dragon Gate red. Only a few Tianjiao successfully crossed the Dragon Gate. In an instant, the originally irritable crowd suddenly became silent. They did not expect that the death rate would be so high. The death rate is too high. Damn, are you sure this is the Dragon Gate, not the Gate of Hell? Haha, as expected, I knew that these imperial skills are not so easy to obtain. Compared to this, life is more important. We would rather search for opportunities in this small world. Suddenly, countless Tianjiao chose to give up. They still had self-knowledge. Although the imperial art was tempting, it was obvious that life was more important. Of course, there were also many Tianjiao who said that their fate was determined by themselves and they resolutely chose to enter Longmen. As for their fate, it was horrible. With the passage of time, more and more Tianjiao chose to leave Longmen directly and look for opportunities in the small world. Let's go, and meet. Well, we won't go. We still have some self-knowledge. Yes, Chang'an Emperor, Minjiao Emperor, and Sui Miss, I wish you good luck. We won't get involved in this muddy water. The other 6 Tianjiaos in the fairyland shook their heads and said that they knew how strong they were. It was impossible for them to defeat an ancient emperor. Okay, in that case, respect your choice. After that, Sui, Minjiao, and Zhang Chang'an entered Longmen without any hesitation. Suddenly, an inexplicable breath seemed to see through them directly, and then, the phantoms of 3 great emperors slowly emerged. Oh, the genius of the fairyland. Fairyland, Zhang family, Zhang Chang'an, meet the senior. Zhang Chang'an said respectfully. Zhang family. I have some impression, but I didn't expect that in this life, there would be a genius of the reincarnation body. Please teach me, senior. No need, I can't beat you at your age, so don't waste your energy. If you pass, go and choose the ancient starry sky road. In that case, thank you senior. Then, Zhang Chang'an went directly to choose the ancient starry sky road. Immortal realm, Xuanhuan family, Xuanhuan Minjiao, meet the seniors. Xuanhuan family, ha ha ha, I didn't expect to meet an old friend, how is Emperor Xuanhuan now? Replying to the seniors, the ancestor is doing well now, and has successfully entered the half-step supreme. This old guy is awesome. Forget it, after all, I can't compare to your generation, you are the same as the kid from the Zhang family, no need to test, just go in directly. Thank you for your help. Afterwards, Xuanhuan and Minjiao also chose the ancient starry sky road, but the 2 of them did not enter directly, but waited for Shui on the spot. Start, Invincible, met the Empress's apprentice. Author, Ben Pao de la Chang. Chapter 470. At this moment, Xuanhuan stared at the phantom of the emperor in front of her without saying a word. She could feel that this phantom of the emperor was very strong, stronger than the two phantoms of Zhang Chang'an and Xuanhuan Minjiao, even several times stronger. "Youngster, what is your name?" Then, the phantom of the emperor asked calmly. "Xuanhuan." Xuanhuan was very frugal with words, and only said these two words lightly. If it weren't for the fact that the other party was a great emperor, she didn't even want to answer. There was no way, this was Xioxi's character. The body of disaster is rare. You can cultivate to the Chaos God King at this age, and I can feel that you have been suppressing your realm. If you haven't suppressed it, you might have broken through the Eternal God King now. Wow, it's really amazing. Some era geniuses can't compare to you. The eyes of the phantom of the emperor were full of admiration. "Thank you for your compliment, senior. Well, you are just like those two little guys, you are fully qualified to set foot on the ancient road of the starry sky, you don't need to accept my test. Go." Then, the great emperor said kindly. "Senior, I still want to test my current strength, you can fight me at the level of the Eternal God King. I hope you can help me." Xuanhuan shook her head and said neither servile nor arrogant. After hearing this, the great emperor was silent for a while, and then laughed out loud. "Ha ha ha, interesting little girl, I haven't seen a genius like you for a long time. I have to say that I actually saw a trace of the figure of the Southern Clothes Queen in you, maybe it's just my illusion. Well, in this case, I will satisfy you. Whether you win or lose, you are qualified to set foot on the ancient road of the starry sky. I am the ancient great emperor, the immortal emperor of the heavens, and also the emperor of the fairyland." A ray of divine light shot out from the eyes of the immortal emperor of the heavens. "Xuanhuan, the body of disaster, the Chaos God King. Please teach me, senior." Boom. After saying that, Xuanhuan directly exploded her own body of disaster. In an instant, her long white hair was dyed with a strange red color, and so were her eyes. Then, a series of human sufferings and disasters like purgatory slowly appeared in the sky. In these visions, a figure in red, wherever he went, disasters would come, as if he was the source of all disasters. Look at that woman. Hiss, what a terrifying vision, I can clearly feel that I am cursed. I feel like I am about to die. I feel like a divine punishment is coming. I know, this is, the body of disaster, the source of disasters in the world. What, the body of disaster, the legendary ominous body. I didn't expect that I would see the legendary body of disaster in my lifetime. According to legend, if the body of disaster is cultivated to the extreme, even a wisp of breath can make a world tainted with ominousness, even the emperor will be swallowed up if he is not careful. Damn, I have to stay away. If I get tainted with a trace of ominousness, I'm done for. Xuanhuan's eyes flashed with indifference to all life, and she said coldly. Disaster, purgatory on earth. However, the next moment a terrifying voice sounded. Wait, this breath of air on you. Suddenly, the great emperor seemed to sense something, and suddenly opened his eyes wide. Then, with a look of horror on his face, he asked in disbelief. What is your relationship with Lord Baiyi? Hearing this, Xuanhuan immediately stopped releasing his ultimate move and asked in confusion. Senior, do you know my master? What, you mean, Lord Baiyi is your master? The immortal emperors asked in great horror. Yes, that's right. No wonder, I was wondering why you look a bit like the Southern Clothes Empress, and there's a hint of the White Clothes Emperor's aura. I didn't expect that in this era, the White Clothes Emperor actually accepted another disciple. Then, the heavenly immortal emperors said with great respect. Heavenly immortal emperors, meet the Snow Clothes Empress. At this moment, the heavenly immortal emperors changed the way they addressed Shui. In his opinion, it was only a matter of time before Shui became the empress. Ah, senior, you. Hearing this, Shui immediately said at a loss. She was not used to being addressed like this by a great emperor, and it was difficult for her to accept it. He, sorry Miss Shui, I scared you just now. The heavenly immortal emperor said apologetically. Senior, what is your relationship with my master? Shui then asked in confusion. This matter is extremely old, so old that some of my memories are almost worn out. I am a creature from the Chaos era. Since I was inspired by the white-robed emperor, I became a follower, but I died in the end. Although the tone of the immortal emperor of the heavens was a little lonely, it was more of supreme pride. Senior of the heavens, so you know the Green Emperor, right? Then, Shui asked slowly. Shui, what do you want to ask? Xuanhuan said with a smile, his tone full of pampering, as if he was looking at his younger generation. Not to mention that both of them were immortal beings, not to mention the blessing of Li Bai's identity. I want to know what kind of creature King Di Senior is. Every time I hear Master talking about King Di, I can feel that Master's tone is full of regret. Sui asked slowly. Although she wanted to know, she also tried to ask Nanyi and Dawang, but the two refused to say more. As for Li Bai, Sui did not have the courage to ask. King Di. Zhongtian murmured the name, and a look of reminiscence appeared in his eyes. As the Chaos Creation Blue Lotus, the reputation of the Blue Emperor is known to everyone in the entire Chaos era. There was even a period of time in the entire Chaos era when no Holy Spirit could compare to the Blue Emperor. At that time, he was also called the Holy Spirit. The Blue Emperor's life was full of blood and tears. If he had not fallen, he might have reached an extremely terrifying state now. It's a pity that the Blue Emperor, the other side, the Invincible Chongtong and others, but, perhaps, when they die, they are also willing to dedicate themselves to the adults like me, even their lives. Okay, Xiao Sui, this is all I can reveal. As the disciple of the White Emperor, you need to explore the rest on your own. The heavenly immortal emperors then stopped the topic. Thank you for your doubts, senior. Sui said respectfully. Just because the other party is a follower of her master, it is worth it for her to do so. Haha, there's no need to be polite between you and me. Go, Shui, hurry up and choose the ancient starry sky road. Time is running out. Okay, goodbye, senior. By the way, Shui, can you help me pass a message to Lord Bai Yi? The heavenly immortal emperor said cautiously.